Now, hopefully, the next time I talk to you about this situation, there will be a conclusion. We will get some further advancement in this story and a conclusion to it. And everybody's at peace, and it's not what we think it is. But I highly doubt it, and I think we're just getting started here. Now, before I get into this video, I am trying to hit 4,700 subs before the end of the week. I think I need about 120 more people to hit that subscribe button. I definitely appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button for your boy. If you don't, I will put you in the walls of Jericho, man. So you got 5 seconds to hit that subscribe button. Alrighty, man. You gonna be on a date with your girl, or you gonna be on a date with somebody, or you know what I'm saying? You gonna be doing your thing, and out of nowhere, I'm just put you in the walls of Jericho or hit you with a code breaker. So, I am like, I think I was on live yesterday, and somebody was having a discussion with me, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Chris Jericho, as far as we know, did not do anything like he should be buried under a jail. He did not do anything illegal. And everything again, everything is alleged. So, but let's be honest here, guys. If somebody invites a woman into a hotel room, allegedly, and she thinks that there's other people there, allegedly, and there's nobody else there, just you and her, or just her and another guy, and she wasn't ready for it, and he makes a pass at her, I can see how that can be traumatizing. I can see how that can be, very triggering. Who knows what she's dealt with in her past? Like, let's be like, if you didn't know, 97% of women have dealt with some form of harassment, and I know I have a 99%. I literally have a 99% male audience, and for some reason, that is difficult for males to deal with. Like, it's difficult for males to accept, and it's very unfortunate because very much of my audience is older than me. Much of my audience is the same age as me, and it's just facts are facts, and facts don't care about your feelings, and it is what it is. And I think we have to sympathize with anyone. And if you are on the position of, if you're on the side of, well, we don't know, this is all allegations, we don't know his side of the story or whatever, you know what? That's fine. I think you're ignorant. I'm going to be honest with you. I think you're ignorant. I think you're being oblivious. I think you're being naive to somebody you probably grew up watching or whatever, or maybe you're just deciding what the male in is because you don't believe women. But it's not even, it's just, to me, all the evidence comes in. When all the evidence comes in, it tells me everything I need to know. The fact that Chris Jericho has been silent. The man we couldn't get to shut up has been completely silent since these allegations came out. What does that tell you? This man has been, and he blocked the person who brought this up. He blocked the person that brought this up. And when asked directly, Tony Khan, has there ever been an investigation into Chris Jericho? They asked this man 3 different times. They asked Tony Khan 3 different times, has there even just been an investigation into Chris Jericho? And he would not answer it. You know why? Because most likely, allegedly, whatever, it's happened. That's my conclusion. That is my conclusion. It has happened. And again, I understand, but I believe it comes from a place of naiveness, if that's a word, or ignorance. If you just want to be oblivious to most likely what your childhood hero did. But let's be honest, man. If it quacks like a duck, it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's not a mongoose. Why is all of a sudden Chris Jericho silent? All he has to do is say a 2-letter word. Even if you want to be fancy and say the 4-letter word, nope, or no. This has not happened. No, there has not been an investigation into Chris Jericho. That's all he has to say to clear all of this up. But he hasn't. He had no problem talking about CM Punk. He had no problem talking about Swole. He had no problem talking about Vince McMahon and his issues. He had no problem talking about anything else. But he's radio silent on this. He can't even give you a straight up and down answer, yes or no, if there's been an investigation into Chris Jericho. And then all of a sudden, Chris Jericho is radio silent. You can't hear a peep from this man. We couldn't get to shut up. And now he's off TV. That is why I think he's guilty. And that is my conclusion. And that's not even all. And that's not, I'm not even bringing up the fact that allegedly there's more women. Allegedly there's more women. Allegedly he has a drinking problem. Allegedly. It's so many rumors about Chris Jericho and his deviances behind the scenes. And if it's everybody pointing a finger at you and saying one conclusion, and everybody has a different story but the same conclusion, I have no choice but to believe it. And if you don't believe it, fine. Be oblivious. Be naive. Cool. But don't act like we're tripping when we say, okay, if it quacks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, it's not a mongoose. Don't spit on us and tell us it's raining. If you want to believe it's raining when you get spit on, that's you. But me personally, no. That dude is a freaky frog, bro. That dude is he's allegedly a freaky frog, bro. He's a freaky ass nigga. Like, bro, that dude is like, bro, he needs to be stopped, and I think he just needs to go away because he's already become the villain. If you don't know the old saying, if you you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain, and we know which part of the end, we know which side Chris Jericho's on at this point. It's scary. It's scary because I always say, man, I put nothing past millionaires because at a certain point, what's regular or what's exciting to us broke people, quote unquote, or us regular people ain't excited to them no more because they can have it. So they go out of their way. They cheat on their wives. They do sexual deviant stuff. Allegedly. I'm not saying Chris Jericho did. It's all alleged. It's all allegations. But I have the right to come to the conclusions that I have. And I have the right to express my feelings on them. And again, it's all alleged. But, I just think at this point and putting all the evidence together. Again, he did nothing illegal. As far as we know, in this situation, he's done nothing illegal. We don't even know all the details of what happened. All we know is she didn't know that she thought that there was other people in his hotel room. She went to his hotel room and there was nobody else there, and he made a pass at her, allegedly. So I just think, again, put two and two together. We're all adults here. And I know I say that confidently because I see my statistics. Most of us are adults here. Most of y'all are older than me. Most of y'all have daughters. Most of y'all grew up with mothers. Imagine this was your mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, again, it's unfortunate that we can't even have a civil conversation about it because we got to worry about being sued and stuff like that because, there has nothing concrete has come out. But the cement is laying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically there. It's basically the truth is basically saying, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's huge red flags. Let's just say that. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. And, I think. Man. But it's the internet. It's the internet. And, there are toxic people out there who act like they don't see the forest from the trees. So y'all have a beautiful night. If you feel like unsubscribing because of this rant I just went on, that's okay. To be honest, I probably didn't want you here anyway. But y'all have a beautiful night. Sub to Act. I am trying to hit 4,700 subs though. So if you could hit that subscribe button, I definitely appreciate it. Just because we don't agree, don't mean we actually no. I own this situation. If you don't agree with me, cool. It is what it is. We'll see each other down the line. So have a beautiful night. Sub to Act. Peace.